All right, let's talk about the IELTS writing test. You know, for so many of us, this is it, the key to that dream job or a whole new life somewhere else. But wow, it's also a super high stakes, 60-minute sprint where literally every single word matters. So the big question is, how do you make sure your words are actually working for you and not tanking your score?
So, what is the real difference between a response that just kind of scrapes by and one that genuinely wows the examiner? Is it all about using fancy grammar, or is there something else going on, a deeper strategy? Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack. We're going to look at what separates the good from the great, starting with the common mistakes that trip up so many test takers. Okay, first up, and this is a huge one for Task 1. A lot of people just dive right into the nitty-gritty details without giving that big picture summary right at the beginning. You have to remember, the examiner needs that overview right away. If you don't give it to them, your score is basically stuck before you've even started. And then there's the flip side of that coin, trying to describe every single number on the chart. Look, your job isn't to be a data entry machine, right? It's to pick out the most important stuff and talk about that. If you try to include everything, you just end up with this messy, robotic-sounding list of facts.
Oh, and this is a classic. Using the same words over and over and over again. You know, the number went up, then the number went down. It just screams limited vocabulary, and that's going to hit your lexical resource score hard. Don't worry, though. We are definitely going to talk about how to fix that. And the last big mistake? Running out of time and skipping the check. Seriously, those last couple minutes are pure gold. That's your chance to catch all those silly little mistakes. Spelling, punctuation, grammar, that can totally cost you points. So the question is, how do we dodge all these traps and start building a really high-scoring response?
Okay, so avoiding those pitfalls really comes down to one simple thing. You've got to understand what the examiners are actually looking for. The writing test is basically two completely different challenges mashed into one, and each one needs its own special approach.
Let's break it down. Task 1 is all about transferring information. You see a graph, a chart, or a diagram, and your job is to describe what you see in at least 150 words. It's purely factual. But Task 2, that's a whole different ballgame. It's a full-on essay. You get a topic or a problem, and you've got to argue your point of view with good evidence and examples in 250 words or more.
And this right here gets to the absolute heart of it. Listen to what the examiners say themselves. A Band 5 response just recounts details mechanically with no clear overview. That's it. That's the whole secret. A low score just lists facts. A high score, it finds the big important trends and points them out right away. That overview, it's your golden ticket to a Band 6 and beyond. All right, so how do we actually write that killer Task 1 response? The good news is you don't have to be some kind of math whiz. It's all about having a solid, repeatable strategy that you can use every single time, no matter what they throw at you.
Here it is. This 5-step plan is your best friend for any Task 1. Step 1, analyze. What are you even looking at? What are the units? Step 2, find your overview. What are the 2 or 3 most important things happening here? Step 3, group your details. Put similar ideas together. Step 4, and only now, you write. And step 5, you can't forget this. You check your work.
And just look at the difference your words can make. The number of cyclists went up a bit. I mean, it's okay, but it's pretty weak. Now compare that to the number of cyclists first increased insignificantly. See that? It's precise, it sounds academic, and it shows you have a real command of the language. That's how you level up your vocabulary score. Okay, time to shift gears and talk about the big one, Task 2. This part's worth more marks, and it's all about building a solid argument. And here's the thing. The secret isn't about having the right opinion. It's about having a really well-structured one. This 4-part structure is basically your roadmap to a great score. It's so simple. Your intro hooks the examiner. You just rephrase the question and tell them where you stand. Then you have 2 body paragraphs, each with one main idea and a good example to back it up. Finally, your conclusion just wraps everything up nicely. It's clean, it's logical, and it makes sure you've answered everything they asked.
Here's a perfect example. A great essay might start a paragraph with a sentence just like this. It's so clear, right? You immediately know this whole paragraph is going to be about how school helps kids become good citizens. There's no guesswork, just pure clarity. That's a powerful topic sentence.
All right, let's get into the words themselves. Having a good range of vocabulary is absolutely crucial for both tasks. I want you to think of it like having a toolkit. The more tools you've got, and the better you know how to use each one, the stronger and more impressive your writing is going to be.
For task 1, this is all about upgrading your language. So instead of saying rise 5 times, you can say surge, or soar, or even skyrocket. Instead of just fall, how about decline or plummet? When you use a variety of words like this, you're showing the examiner you've got real flexibility and precision. Now for task 2, linking words are like the glue that holds your entire argument together. They make it flow. So when you want to add another point to support your idea, using words like moreover or furthermore is a clear sign to the examiner that you're building on your argument.
And what if you need to talk about the other side of the story? Well, then these words are going to be your new best friends. Using however, in contrast, or on the other hand, is like putting up a big signpost for the examiner that says, hey, I'm about to show you a different perspective now. This is absolutely essential for those discuss both views essays.
Okay, we've talked about strategy, we've talked about vocabulary, but none of that means a thing if the clock runs out. The final, crucial piece of this puzzle is learning to master your time.
Listen, if you take only one thing away from this, let it be this. You have to practice under timed conditions. It's non-negotiable. Simulating the real exam is the only way you'll learn how to pace yourself, handle the pressure, and train your brain to think fast inside that 60-minute window.
So what does that look like? Here's a simple battle plan for your 60 minutes. First 5 minutes, plan. Read both tasks, map out your response. Next 50 minutes, write. I'd suggest about 18 minutes for task 1 and maybe 32 for the more important task 2. And then, and this is so important, save those final 5 minutes just for checking your work. A plan like this keeps the panic away and puts you in control. And at the end of the day, just remember what the people marking your test are actually looking for. They say it themselves. They're marking you on your ability to clearly communicate in English, not on your ability to memorize answers. The real path to a top score isn't about memorizing phrases. It's about genuinely mastering the skills of structure, strategy, and clear communication. So there you have it. You've got the strategies for both tasks. You've got the tools to make your vocabulary shine. The road from a band 5 to a band 8 is right there in front of you. So really, there's only one question left to ask. Are you ready to go out there and build that score?